Hey everyone, it's James, 317 Vapors. Today we have in the Innokin iTaste VTR. We finally got this in for review. You can see, pretty slick. Go ahead and give it a vape. This is running the new iClear 30s. As you can see there, they have the hole design instead of the old wick design. The wicks are inside this cartomizer type sleeve with all the holes in it. So we'll go ahead and give it a vape. This is a 2.2 ohm atomizer in here, running at 8.5 watts, and great vape. Again, I mean, you got the dual coil wicks in the VTR, so you're going to have great wicking. It does have the knuckle head top still. Let's go over some specs with this, and then we'll get on the close-up. It's a very heavy mod. It probably weighs 2 or 3 times the amount of an MVP does. I mean, here's an MVP, and here's the VTR. So you can see they're comparable in size. I mean, that's how much sticking out over here of the VTR. Comparable in height. Comparable in thickness. But the weight, it's at least 2 MVPs. This does have a removable 18650 slot, and we'll go over that once we get up close. Pretty nice device. It's just heavy, but I don't mind the weight of it. It just feels solid. I mean, it feels quality in your hand. I'm assuming it's stainless steel. It doesn't show on there what it is on our site, but it has the basic 3 watts or 3 volts to 6 volts, and then it has what's better about the MVP, or what's better about the VTR over the MVP, is the VTR now goes to 15 watts versus I think it was the 10 watts on the MVP. It still has short circuit protection, RMS. It has reverse battery protection, the ohm meter, on-off battery switch, LED power display, low voltage warning, 10-second safety cutoff, battery safety protection, meaning the vent holes in the bottom for the vent if a battery was to go thermal and start to vent, and a built-in 3-digit screen, and it has the 510 Ego connector. So we'll get into that here shortly. I'm up close, give it one more vape, and we'll get up close and I'll tell you all the specs, show you how it works and all that good stuff. Alright, this is how it's going to come. Straight from Innokin. It's going to come in one of these black boxes, kind of like the iTaste 134. Kind of got the textured. You open it up. It's kind of foam line. You're going to have an instruction manual how to fill your iClear 30 up. You're going to have your iTaste manual, like usual. And then you're going to have what's shown here. This right here, we'll go over this in a minute. This is an extension ring. So if you don't have a tank or something that fits inside this sleeve, and it also gives you Ego cone threading down in there. So we'll go over that here shortly. And then you'll receive this. You can see it's a fingerprint magnet. I just wiped this off before I put it in the box for the review, and it's already fingerprinted up again. So Here you can see the iClear 30 just screws in. This base right here swivels, so just hold on to that and unscrew your tank. If you're running something again that doesn't fit down in there, you can slide this down in there, make connection, and then put whatever else you want on top of there, like that. So it does give you eagle cone threading in there, and you do get the extension, so if something you have doesn't fit down in there. I did find out that the Pro Tank 2 does fit down there perfectly fine. That way you can run glass. And again, if you have some kind of like micro Genesis, what's nice about this spinning base is you can line, because on a Genesis you want the wick and facing you when you vape it, so you can spin your air hole or wherever you need. That way it lines up to what you need, which is a pretty cool feature. But the Pro Tanks do fit in there perfectly fine. And then we'll go back to the iClear 30. As you can see there, it does have the swivel drip tip, and then you can rotate the base still. I mentioned earlier, it does have the removable 18650 battery slot. It's like a little camera switch right there. You just pop it over and it springs open. You can see it'll say it's 3 clicks on and 3 clicks off, so 1, 2, 3 on. This button up here, you have a dial, and then you have a button in the center. You press that button once, the atomizer is 2.2, so you got 2.2 resistance, and then it shows whatever you're set at. Now to change your voltage and wattage settings, you press the button once, so you see whatever mode you're in power, and then you can just rotate it. It goes from 3 watts and 5 watt increments up to 15 watts. To get in voltage mode, you just press that button again. It goes from 3 volts up to 6 volts. And whatever you like, if you leave it at this, that's what it's going to stay in. Once it goes out, it's going to lock that in and you're going to be in power mode. If you want voltage mode, just wait for it to come up, set it at whatever you want, let go, and it's going to lock that in and you'll be in voltage mode. Let's put it back over to wattage for a second. That's the screen. It does not round robin, but it does have the easy scroll button, so you can just scroll it. It does not do nothing if it's not on. Again, 3 clicks on, 3 clicks off, and instead of a voltage indicator on the screen, it kind of goes back to the, which I wish they would at least put the remaining digital up here like they did the MVP2, but it gives you a little screen readout right there, green, yellow, red. As you can see, the lights show. There you go. And then it shows on when it's turned on. Pretty cool black chrome design on it. It's a really nice finish, but again, it is a fingerprint magnet, as you can see. But other than that, it's a hefty device. I mean, solid quality. Something that seems like you could use it every day, all day, and not worry about breaking it if something was to happen. It's got some more like vent holes here, and it does have venting on the bottom cap there. It has the Taste It, Love It logo like most of the Innokin stuff does. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, you can run the extension for ego cone threading and other bits and pieces. Which will make it a little longer, obviously. It's going to take it out of that stealth mode. which it does have vent holes, air holes, and you can spin it still. And I'm going to have a video on these new iClear 30s. I'll go over these and how to clean, change flavors, etc. And I just realized I didn't have a video on the original iClear 30, so I'll be doing that here soon too. And I will go ahead and point out on this, you can unscrew the head and then put in, if I can find one, any typical 510 drip tip. But we'll take this off here. Oh, and this does have a removable drip well, so you can clean and anything that won't fit inside there for the ego cone threading. Just a beauty ring like the MVPs used to come with. So that's that. Get this back on here. And bear with us, and we'll get back to what our final thoughts are, and tell you how we feel about it. Well, there you go. That was the up close. We'll give it another vape. Overall, I think it's a great device. I love that they made it go up to 15 watts instead of the 10, the typical 10 or 12 that they're accustomed to. It is a heavy device, so carrying it around in your pocket all day. I had it in my cargo pocket in the cargo pocket on my shorts, and it was so heavy it was just smacking into my leg as I was walking. So it was kind of uncomfortable there, but I forgot when they sent me the MVP2 for review, they also sent along this holster. Well, the holster was originally for the VTR, but they sent it out to people for review with the MVP2 as well, because the MVP2 fits in it. So it does. I haven't used this much, so it's not broken in. I was waiting for the VTR to come out, so it's kind of stiff, but once you get it broken in, it'll fit a lot better. It's pretty stiff leather, but it fits in there really nice. The MVP2 or the VTR does. Fits in there like a glove, and you can have your drip tip and also put it on your belt. You got a couple options. You can put it on your belt, or you can make it into like a lanyard around your neck. If you're at a vape meet or driving down the road and you want it right there, you can just pull it up and vape it. And the button, you'd have to move the button, slide it up or down, but actually you can fire it from inside the case. So you can, yeah, you could have it like around your neck on a lanyard, what have you, or you can tuck it back in there and vape it like that. And then you can open this up, and you got a spot for a bottle of juice or another iClear 30 or whatever you might want to put in there. Plus you have a pocket right here, so you can put some spare cash, your license, whatever you might have. I think this will be a great feature for motorcycle riders. You can throw this on your belt or have it around your neck. You can have your spare cash in here, your credit card, your motorcycle license, and while you're riding down the road, you can just take a quick vape on it and just leave it dangling from your neck, or even have it on your belt like you used to have your cigarette pack on your belt while you're riding. But that's that. So they did give you an option for the heaviness of it to carry it on your belt. So I can't knock them for that, because they gave you, it's optional. They gave you an option for a holster for this thing, so it won't be smacking against your leg in your pocket, whatever. I'll give it one more vape. We'll wrap this up. Again, I'm not going to go over the iClear 30s too much right now. I'm going to do a separate video on that so you guys can see up close and personal on the iClear 30s. I didn't want this video to get too long, but they did change a little bit over the original iClear 30s, so we'll go into that in more detail on an upcoming video. If you like the MVP2 and you're looking for more wattage, little fancier design, slicker slicker finish. I mean, I'll wipe this off again. It does clean up really nice. As you can see, it's mirror finish, but as soon as I touch it, it's back to fingerprint magnet. But it's got a good finish. You can see the bike up there and the reflection on the wall. Hot chick in a Sports Illustrated calendar. And there's the camera. Hey look, there's us again. But it's got a great finish on it. Overall, I give it a thumbs up. It is heavy, but if you don't mind it, the weight, it's a thick device. It's strong. I mean thick, I mean stout device. But I like it. There's a few downfalls. I wish they had the digital voltmeter showing you the remaining digitally instead of just the light. It's kind of like they took a step forward in the MVP2 and took a step back on this for the battery display. But I mean, this works out pretty good. It's nice and clear. It shows you your battery voltage and it lights up. Good quality material, real heavy, real strong, removable battery. I like that. So if this battery was to take a crap, unless you're good with soldering and find another battery pack, it's gonna be done. This, you can just pop out a new 18650, put a new one in, and you're good to go. I like the screen. I like the easiness of how quick and easy it is to spin your wattage. How easy it is to switch the voltage, just a push of a button, and it's good to go. So there it is. Overall, thumbs up. I like the product. If you're looking to market, stupid flies, if you're in the market for a VTR or a box mod style unit, definitely check this out. And I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any comments or questions, put them below. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Join us on Facebook. We're getting up there on Facebook. We're going to be having like a 1,500 subscriber contest. We're at like 1,250-ish right now. So as soon as we hit 1,500, we're going to be doing a cool contest. Stick around for that. Again, I appreciate all your views and subscriptions, and I'll see you on the next one.